Hi, I'm Nathan Oakley, and this is video log number 75. So, I'm hoping next week's Flat Earth UK guest is lined up. I've been trying to talk Jeff Stewart into coming onto the show, and I dropped him an email a couple of days ago to say, I don't know if you know, but FETV seems to be down. I've no idea why, but I didn't get a response from him, so I thought I'll go onto his channel and have a quick look and see if there's a better means of getting hold of Jeff Stewart. Now, Jeff Stewart's quite an interesting character. I really want to get him on because he's got some fantastic flat earth proofs from his time in the armed forces. And that's my main motivation for getting in touch with Jeff Stewart. And initially, Jeff contacted me because he wanted to do a hangout, but at the time I didn't know much about him. So I got to know him. And after getting to know him, he sort of thought that the reason I was getting to know him was had a motivation that was untoward. I don't want to put words in Jeff's mouth, but he was suspicious of me, to put it mildly. And after a while, I started to take offence and say, in a very foul-mouthed way, after I lost my temper, sort of, F you, who are you to talk to me like dirt? Because he was swearing at me, and I thought, well, I'll swear back then, you sod. So I did. And he was like, you seem like you've got some fight in you, son. And I thought, well, we're both dicks. Jeff's a bit of a dick, I'm a bit of a dick, and sometimes dicks don't get on too well. But that doesn't change the fact that I really want him on my show. So I was trying to get an email address, an alternative email address to the one he'd given me on a private message in YouTube. And on his site, I found mail to jeff@fetv.xyz. And I do most of my stuff off my iPhone just for convenience sake. And when I clicked on it, it's supposed to sort of preload your app. When you click on an email address, it preloads the mail app. And in this case, it didn't. So my, I don't know, whatever number it is, iPhone 6, showed this message. I don't know if I can get that to appear. So it said, if you can read that, possible phishing site. Now we know that Jeff confessed to the fact that he was fishing for people's data to catch out Tim Osman and expose him as Kyle Jones. So it does make me grin when, I don't mind. I'll click on anything, and I use my real name as my email address and login address. And, I generally don't have an alias as my screen name because there's nothing I'm ashamed of. If he was to fish around my PC, he wouldn't find anything, any more seedy than anybody else. Probably quite a lot of pornography, but that's about it. And my wife, who sat next to me while I'm making this video, there's no secrets between us. So the same applies online. I try and keep my online persona as similar as possible to my real life persona. And in the last couple of weeks, say, people have been sort of looking at my comments in a bit more detail and saying, you can be quite nasty. And the truth is, yeah, I can. Everybody's got a dark side, and sometimes I'll vent that dark side in the comments. And I'm not ashamed of anything I say. I'm very, very well aware that everything I put out there is entirely public, and I don't garden my comments. For the first time ever, I've had to delete a comment because, ironically, a flat earther, not a debunker, was gardening his comments after calling one of my guests, or saying one of my guests was talking drivel, then deleted that comment, and you're just left with my rants at that person, which isn't so good. And unfortunate, but for the very first time I deleted a comment, and even after deleting it, that was then immediately used against me, and I kind of regretted it and thought, no, I'd rather have left my rants up. That's always been my policy up until now, which is a bit of a shame. But in any event, the point of this particular video log was to say to Jeff, I'm trying to get hold of you. I want to confirm that you're going to be on next Wednesday as we've arranged, but I haven't got a response from you. And I'm really excited. Jeff is one of the most, dramatic and superb characters in FE at the moment, and despite the fact that he meets a lot of the contact he has with people with a lot of suspicion, I'm sure Mark Sargent said it many times in the past that we're in an arena that promotes suspicion. Amir, who I just did a hangout with, actually, I did his first show, the 33 show, and he himself has met Mark Sargent with suspicion and sort of accused him of being a Freemason, pretty much. And so it's understandable that people have this kind of suspicion, and it motivates me more to talk to that sort of person. So if you're watching this, Jeff, drop me a line. I really, really want to interview you, and get your not just your flat Earth proofs, but you as a person. In a nice, coherent way, in the nicest possible way. Hopefully you'll drop me a line, and we'll have Jeff Stewart on Flat Earth UK Live as the next guest. I've been Nathan Oakley. I'll see you all in the next video.